I think both parties are irresponsible for the way they've handled the federal budget and the federal spending. Let's mention this. I think it was yesterday that the federal debt of $31.27 trillion is in excess of our entire gross domestic product. That's the value of all goods that we've produced in this country, which is $31.22 trillion. So that's a deficit, meaning if all goods were sold and all that money went to the federal government, it would not be equal to pay, would not be enough to pay our debt. But it gets worse than that. Unfunded liabilities for the federal government, such as Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, is $88 trillion. That's unfunded. And I want to mention here, when you take out the the immigrants who fund and pay taxes on these programs but are not entitled to receive any of them, you're taking out at least some of the money that could pay for this unfunded liability. But as the population decreases, that number only looks worse by the day, and that's 88 trillion. So you add that to the 31.27 trillion, and on top of that, on the state and local basis, there's another $1.8 trillion that's unfunded for pensions and other state and local liabilities. That's close to $120 trillion that is unfunded, that they're not as all unfunded. It's close to $120 trillion, which we owe in one fashion or another. And the people in Congress have done nothing about it. They make it worse year by year because they won't address the entitlement spending, and they won't address the defense spending to make it rational and to help solve these problems over a recognized period of time. My belief is, if you told people what the problem was and came up with some solutions, even if they were painful on an individual basis, people would be doing it if you could solve the problem and tell them it would work to the benefit of their children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and future generations that people actually care about. But that's where we are, and those are the numbers, and there's nothing false, there's nothing to argue about. That's what it is, and nobody's done anything to help solve this problem.